Good evening, and welcome to the Curse of Strahd. Who would like to recap what happened last time?
We killed one of Strahd's chosen.
And a bunch of druids.
Specifically the new cocky chosen, so it's not that much of an achievement.
But we also recovered one of the stones that makes the soil able to grow grapes for wine.
Which we discovered was missing at the beginning of the session.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
we gotta go back.
If we're not already at the winery, we will be heading there soon to deliver it. The second stone, I believe, is in the village just down the mountain from Argynvostholt.
The ruined village.
Yeah, the ruined village. And apparently, danger, danger, bad, don't go there. So we're definitely
Witches
going
or something,
there.
I think.
I think that's what we were told, yeah.
That is what we were told.
And now that we have wine, we have relatively easy entrance to Kresk, supposedly. So we might end up going there for the holy symbol, because that's, I think, where the cards hinted that the holy symbol was going to be.
At least that's where we think it must be. Based on
You want to
having checked out...
recap that hint?
Not really.
Something,
in
a church in
House of the Morning Lord.
House of the Morning Lord.
It belongs to Mother Night, but is in the House of the Morning Lord or something like that.
And, Kresk is the only inhabited
Setting
settlement.
sun having fallen from the heavens.
Yes, and since we couldn't find anything in the church in Vallaki, we were like, it's probably in Kresk then.
Kresk is the one settled location that we know of left in Barovia that we haven't been to.
And we know there's a church there.
Other than, Castle Ravenloft, but fuck that place.
You don't think it's in the church in Castle Ravenloft?
I don't think there is a church in Castle Ravenloft.
Katrina knows there's a church in Castle Ravenloft. I doubt it's there.
Well, wouldn't it just be like a chapel or something, not like a whole church?
Yeah, that's fair.
That would be weird.
That's what I meant, yeah.
It is straight through the doors from the front gate. Anyway.
Coded.
So, well, I think you know who, the oldest chosen is. I don't think you actually know who the youngest one is.
That's fair, because, 3 of the lieutenants got murdered by Van Richten?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so 3 of them are new ones.
I'm not sure I know who the youngest one is, to be honest.
So...
I think I know who the
Kazan is the holdover, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the easy one.
He survived, but he was, horribly scarred by the previous adventurers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
My money's on the one we killed or the captain of the guard. I don't remember what his name was.
And with that,
Look at all the dead stuff we killed last time.
yep, you're still standing in a pile of bodies for the most part.
And our cart is all the way back at the winery.
Yep.
Well, it's not like we have anything we need to carry. I should open my sheet.
Misery would probably disagree with you, but... not much we can do.
Nope.
Wasn't it Misery's idea to not bring the cart? Or was it someone else's? I don't remember. Anyway, let's walk back.
So the walk back is... Let's see, you're down here.
Like
Yeah, so the
2 to
walk
3
back is like
miles.
2 to 3 miles, yeah.
The same amount of distance.
It's a day
you-
trip. It's a day trip on foot.
Yeah.
I mean, going here and back is a day trip.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. I would like everyone to roll survival. Okay, so Katrina, Katrina, you're actually able to figure out and lead everyone through like this shortcut here,
Cool.
which I mean saves you
Half a mile.
probably saves you half a mile. But you know, you're like, wait a minute, all the blights are dead and the druids are dead, so like
May
the
as well.
entire like southern half of the winery is probably safe now from like enemies and shit coming in.
Mhm. We don't know if all of the druids are dead, but a
Which means you
large
probably killed
majority
them.
of them we did kill at the Yester Hill.
Misery, you don't want to go off the road.
You know what? I'll just take the long way.
Fine.
I'll meet you there.
Are you
All
sure it's
right,
safe
if you
to
want
go
to go
on
off
your
by
own?
yourself.
I was on my own before I met you, and I was perfectly safe.
Also, since
In fact-
when do you care about her safety?
You know, that's a fair point. Let's just go.
So Misery, you're going off on your own?
I guess you could kill this marker now.
Yeah.
I would like Misery to roll a d20.
Ah, fuck me. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's all bad.
It is from. It's either one, depending on your point of
There
view.
are no good rolls in Barovia.
Oh god.
You don't have that zombie anymore.
I do not.
You don't have those party members anymore.
You could probably just put this on the corner so you don't have to delete it.
Can you still see if I
Mhm.
delete you?
Yeah, okay. You could do that too, I suppose.
Yeah, Misery, I need you to roll perception.
Oh, good. -1. I love bad wisdom. Oh, that's better than expected.
You avoid being ambushed by the wolves that appear.
I'm gonna laugh at
But,
this, how you die.
Yeah, wolves appear.
How many?
I am pulling them up now.
I am remembering that we did not take a short rest.
There's 2 wolves on the road ahead of you that you see, and you hear snarling from behind.
At least they're not dire wolves.
Oh, right. Initiative.
So you go first.
Where's the nearest?
Really
How
not
close
letting
is
them
the
ambush
nearest
you.
tree?
What do you need a tree for?
This one's probably the closest. Alright, I'm gonna use one of the spells that I just happened to get from Abyssal. Spider Climb. And I am going to run to the nearest tree.
Alright.
Which is going to be there. I don't know if that gives me any room to actually get any ways up the tree, but
You move 30?
yeah.
It does not, unless you have more than 30 movement.
I do not.
Alright. And that's concentration?
It is.
Probably should have waited
Oh,
to cast it until your next turn.
Let's see if you still have this concentrated. See, one wolf is gonna try to bite you. Does a 15 hit.
No.
The other wolf is gonna try to bite you, and because of pack tactics, it has advantage. But as we've learned, a 15 does not hit you, so.
Nice.
And the other is going to dash. And it's your turn again.
Take the disengage action and go as far up the tree as I possibly can.
Okay. Yeah, the wolves are now circling the tree, snarling and barking at you. And I guess they're gonna try to like jump up. But one of them gets kind of high and is gonna roll an attack against you with disadvantage. But it doesn't jump high enough. Right? It's like, you know, Jaws where it comes up and it's like trying to bite up at you, except it doesn't jump high enough.
Yeah.
And it's your turn.
I am going to start launching Eldritch Blasts. Start
Alright.
with the leftmost wolf. Oh, I might as well use a bonus action to take on a form of dread. So
Is there a limit to that every day?
there is. I just used my last one because I used 2 in the
Okay.
previous fight. Oh yeah. Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
The first one kills your target.
Okay. Do I have to declare who the targets are of the Eldritch Blast beams at the start?
Kind of.
Okay. Then the
I
second
mean,
one
I'll
would have
let
been...
you because. Well,
Hmm?
because you know it's like going.
Well, don't you like throw them in succession anyway?
Yeah. I thought you were actually about to ask if you have to declare which one your necrotic damage is going on. And that one you do have to declare before.
Yeah. I did
But
not,
no,
so I won't bother mentioning it. I won't use the
Okay.
necrotic.
The 9 hits. I assume the next wolf. You're just going in a line.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still alive. And that's your turn.
Yep.
They're both gonna try to jump up. Neither really succeeding, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for them. And it's your turn again.
2 Eldritch Blast Beams, 1 at each. The Necrotic will be going at the one on the right, if it hits.
Alright.
So, first one, left wolf. Second one, right wolf.
Left wolf is not wolf.
It's dead wolf.
It is dead wolf, yes.
Extra Necrotic.
That necrotic is just enough to take it out.
Noting
Nice.
that wolves have 11 hit points.
I
about
did
that.
not go unconscious.
Wrong target.
Yeah, click the wrong. Yeah, it's a flawless victory. I assume you come down from the tree.
Yeah, come down from the tree.
Just casually strolls
Continue.
back down the tree, keeps walking like nothing happened.
Continue towards the winery.
Alright. Yeah, so everyone's gonna arrive, like, before Misery does, but... where is the winery?
Oh, you mean the map, not... Where is it on the map?
Here we go.
You should probably get rid of this druid corpse.
Yeah, I should.
Although I guess we're not really gonna be back here anyway, so... It's just funny to see it. Right.
Sorry, I was looking for that. Yeah, so Misery, you're, like...
Not here yet.
Yeah, you're, like, way over. Everyone else is kind of...
Just standing outside,
Inside.
apparently.
No, you, like, go inside.
It's really hard
Or
to
is the
see.
map taking a long time to load for anyone else?
It did, but it's been loaded for me for like a couple seconds now. So
Okay,
the
it's
stream
still,
can
like-
see it.
Still really low res for me, and it's distracting.
These barrels make it really hard to see.
Yeah, I get that the dynamic lighting is fun, but it is kind of annoying when, like, even the littlest things, just like the support beams in the room and stuff like that, have their own shadows.
Mm.
Anyway, we find whoever we need to give the gem to.
I can probably just turn off the...
I mean, you can just
Lighting
delete the
here
walls
now.
on the barrels. Otherwise, we'll see like the awkward corner where the
upper floors are?
yeah. And it doesn't
Alright,
really
fine.
matter. We're only gonna be here for like a little bit longer.
Alright, so the barrels... Oh yeah, that's kind of awkward.
And now we can actually see the wine.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
now I
lids
see-
are taken off.
And now I can see that literally the one, there was just the one empty one.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense. Anyway,
So yeah, you like knock on the front door. And it's Adrian lets you in.
We have your gem.
Ah, good, excellent. I can't thank you enough.
We
With
also
this-
managed to stop a ritual by the local druids, which they were trying to use this gem for something else.
Something no good, no doubt.
I have no
It
doubt of
seems
that.
so.
But they're all dead now.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have anything to worry about here. At least not any more than normal.
Oh, that's good.
They were being.
Listen, I will take this outside. Why don't you talk to my sister about my family can't thank you enough. Surely we owe you something. And with that, he will like go outside and put the gem, bury it wherever its hiding place is.
Did he go outside through a closet that doesn't lead anywhere?
No, you came
there's
in.
doors.
You came in through.
He just went up that way.
Yeah.
Doesn't go anywhere.
There's a door to another room in here, and there's a door outside in this room,
There is no door in here.
right here.
That is definitely not a door.
Yes, it definitely is. There's a stoop outside.
Yeah.
It's just closed from dynamic
This is
lighting.
a ladder. It looks like a ladder. Looks nothing like this door.
It's the front door.
Weird. Anyway, it's not important.
Mhm.
We go
Sorry,
inside
roll
and
20 is invoking a rebellion on me right now. I
talk to
can't.
whoever we need to talk to.
The my I can't scroll across the map.
What?
My scrolling on the map is lagging so bad.
Then don't.
Yeah, but I'm currently scrolled all the way up and can't see any of your tokens.
Oh.
And then I fix it, but now I'm scrolled all the way to. Okay, there we go.
Oh. Katrina's just gonna look to Marcus or Victor to see if they want to lead the conversation. And if not, she'll say, Misery's probably going to be a bit behind.
Where's
we want to
whoever he told
wait
us
for
to
them.
talk to?
She's right there.
She was right next to where our tokens are, and now she's gone.
She's like right next to your token.
GM layer?
No, we're still in the wine room.
That's on my screen. You aren't.
Three of us are
Weird.
right here. Well, assuming
There
we
you go.
literally just walked through the door, we would be here anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she sort of repeats her brother's words of, we can't thank you enough. Without that gem, this winery, our livelihoods, it would be over.
Well,
And all of Barovia would be without alcohol.
if we're feeling up to it and we're in the area, we might see about getting that second gem back as well.
That would be fantastic. With the one gem, we can only produce our lowest vintage.
We'll do what we can.
Would that we could have all 3 gems. We once had a champagne.
Really?
I don't.
I don't think champagne is made from grapes.
Either way.
Isn't it?
With-
What is it made out of if not grape?
Regardless, with no leads as to where that third stone might be, it's very unlikely that we'll ever actually find it.
Oh no, it's not a champagne, sorry. It is Red Dragon Crush. I thought it was like Red Dragon Champagne for some reason.
It is apparently made from grapes, though, according to Wikipedia.
I stand corrected. But I also don't know anything about alcohol, so
Champagne is sparkling wine.
now we know.
Well, then it probably was a champagne, despite not having champagne in the name.
Maybe.
Technically, it
Oh, no,
can't
they
be
do have a
champagne
champagne.
unless it comes from the Champagne region of France. I'm pretty sure France isn't in Barovia.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 3 vintages: Purple Grape Marsh number 3, Red Dragon Crush, and Champagne Duelist Stomp.
Either way.
Is there anything that I can get you? I know we already gave you the box of treasures, but
Did we look through the whole box, or did we just take a couple of things?
I think we
We took a
only really took a handful of things, but if they gave us the box, it's probably loaded up on the cart already.
yeah.
But
Wait, they gave us the
I
whole box?
Well, they said, here's the box, take what you like from it.
Oh.
I would not want to overimpose and disrupt your livelihood any more than it already has been, but we were looking to get into Kresk in the near future, and
We need some wine to do that.
apparently that makes the passage significantly easier.
Yes, my husband is preparing a barrel right now. I'll go check on him, see if I can give you a free bottle. Least we can do.
I think we're probably gonna need more than a bottle to get into Kresk. I'm not sure though, but we'll see.
Well, no, of course. I mean a free bottle for yourselves.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That would be lovely, thank you.
Yes. And if we could use your basement for rest again, that would be appreciated.
Of course.
Speaking
Of course.
of rest and relatively safe havens within Barovia, I don't suppose his wife would be fairly pleased about this, but your friend, a family member, I suppose, who runs an inn in Vallaki,
My brother, yes. Erwin.
Erwin, I don't suppose you could give them a message saying that we've done our part, and
We
when we're
already
back,
have.
excellent. I guarantee
Say,
he'll be seeing
let's
us
just
when we're
say,
back in Vallaki.
word travels fast with our family. We've already sent a raven.
I see.
Now let me see about that bottle. And she will leave the room. And you hear a knock on the front door.
Is it Misery?
Only one way to find out.
I guess I will look. What?
You
I
open
can
the
see the outside. I'm
open
glad
the
I took the
door.
long route.
Oh no.
Good evening.
The narrator, what are you doing? Sorry, you said that exactly like you opened the session.
Don't you know Strahd is the narrator? No, I'm kidding.
It all
Father?
makes so much sense.
Might I come in?
Well, this
No.
isn't exactly our household, so I don't think we have that say.
He waves his hand dismissively. Such things matter not.
And why did you
I
ask?
have something to discuss with you. May I come in?
We can talk from this distance.
He frowns. And then will take a step over the threshold.
Oh. That's not good.
Tell me, Katrina, do your friends always display such poor manners?
Like I said, this isn't our house. We're as much guests as you are. And currently, I believe you're trespassing.
You seem surprised.
No, I
What,
figured this
did you
was...
think I could not enter?
I wasn't sure.
He will take a seat.
I'm gonna turn to Victor and just nod at them to go inform the Markovs.
Okay, I'll go. I mean, inform them what? Not to bother us? Or to run?
I'll leave that up to you. I would have only said inform the Markovs.
Okay.
As Victor, puts his hand on the door handle, actually, I would prefer that you stay, Velakovich.
Okay. I'll stay. Don't need to ask me twice.
I haven't drawn it yet, but my hand is definitely resting on the hilt of the Sunblade.
On the sword, yeah. As Count of Barovia, I own this land. I am the land. Rest assured, I don't require permission to enter any dwelling. Now,
I don't actually say this, but what if it was floating above the land?
Yeah. Now, I believe you have disposed of Anastasia.
We have.
You needn't look so guarded, Katrina. I'm not displeased. But this does pose me something of an issue. Sit.
Katrina will tentatively take a seat a table away.
Well, you technically fulfilled the conditions of his wording, so yeah, you can't
What do you
complain.
want, Father?
In short, I find myself needing a new spy master.
Wait, she was a spy master?
That was her role, yes.
I didn't actually say that. That's why I didn't say you. I said he because I was speaking out of character.
Oh.
She just didn't seem like the spy master type.
She had a great control over her bats, you see.
I figured that was her.
And was quite adept at sensing with them. I've had many lieutenants over the centuries, and in her role, I have had many fulfill it in different ways. And ultimately, how you would fulfill your duties. Should you take my offer, would be up to you.
Katrina's head is just going to tilt to the side, skeptical and also a bit nervous.
Do you not think that I would not wish my own daughter to rule by my side?
What are you offering?
A place, Katrina. A place by my side. I do need a replacement for Anastasia, after all. Yes, a place and all the power that comes with it. And you see that he's like baring his fangs.
I suppose Camus
Blood
wasn't enough
willingly
then.
given can be a powerful thing. Sorry, what did you say?
I suppose Camus wasn't enough then.
But what does that have to do with anything?
More sacrifices, more volunteers, more replacements.
I advise you to think on my offer. On a related subject, Victor, was it?
Yes.
You do have my condolences on the loss of your parents.
It was no great loss.
Cold.
Indeed. But as you are no doubt aware, Lady Wachter is currently administering Velaki for me. And I admit she leaves much to be desired.
I can imagine.
As you can well imagine that I find myself in need of a replacement for her as well in the coming future.
Bro's coming in here trying to steal all the party members away.
Yeah, pretty much. What say you? Would you take your father's place? Rule
My father-
Velaki in my name.
My father also tried to groom me for his position. I never had any interest in it.
A pity. Of course, Anastasia was my next chosen contender, as it is now. I suppose I could ask Kirill. Although, I imagine you must all shudder at what that would result in.
That's not really our problem, is it?
You would willingly let Velaki be overrun by his pack.
Was that directed at me or?
Yes, you and Strahd both.
Strahd will say, truthfully, not. But unfortunately, your friend here has declined my offer. Unless you wish to rethink things.
No, I'm good, thank you.
And what of you, Katrina? Would you step in your friend's place to protect Velaki from that dog's pack?
Katrina is. It seems like she is seriously contemplating the offer. Though she does remain silent. But eventually, I do not have much experience running a city. You know this. And yet you would give me that position. If Lady Wachter were to, shall we say, step down.
Indeed. I believe it would be a good learning experience for you. You shall, of course, have all the aid and assistance you require.
How long until Lady Wachter is to be replaced?
It's not a fixed arrangement. She can be removed at any time. Although, I would like to have you there to ensure a smooth transition.
Well, I will say my friends and I still have some business in the western region of your lands, but when we return to Vallaki, I accept.
Good. Good. He smiles. Roll insight,
Who?
Katrina. You feel like he's proud of you. You may do with this feeling what you will.
I will say, if and when Katrina does end up being in charge of Vallaki, she is going to be like full malicious compliance against her dad.
Heh.
But that
Well,
is for the future.
until then, I bid you good evening. And he will leave.
As soon as he's out the door, Katrina is again back to the heavy breathing, but it's less than when she was like actively running, hiding under a fucking stage from her father.
Yeah.
What did I just sign up to do?
The most boring, petty job in all of Barovia.
She probably saved it from a less desirable alternative.
That's why I did it. From what little I've learned of being in this god's forsaken place, there is no better alternative unless you do it yourself. And as much as I would like to just abscond from this promise I've just made and, I don't know, stay in Kresk, go visit the temple. I know at some point we will have to go back to Vallaki. You know who's there.
All roads lead to Vallaki eventually.
But
That could have gone a lot worse.
indeed.
Suddenly you hear another knock on the door.
Not again.
I'm gonna angrily sort of step up and like slam the door open and fully expecting it to still be my father, just like knocking back on the door. What is it? You just... Oh, hi.
Good to see.
Missed me?
I'll step aside and just let you in. Sit on the chair and
Never
just...
have you been so glad to open a door and see misery.
Seriously, though.
I trust you all had fun on your shortcut.
Yeah, you missed some real fun, alright.
The journey itself was fine.
You just missed Strahd.
Oh, what a pity.
He offered me the position of Burgomaster of Valaki.
Oh. And? Is the Wachter bitch dead already?
No.
In his words, she can be replaced at a moment's notice. As reluctant as I am about this whole affair, I did accept. It was either me or Kirill. But
He knows who that is.
trust me, you don't want to know.
I suppose I'll find out eventually.
I mean, the point of all this, everything that we've been doing, is to kill your father, right? So why... I don't understand why we don't just do that.
We're not ready yet. We still need to collect the holy symbol from Kresk. Assuming that's where it is.
Forgive me, but didn't you tell me about a time that you specifically had the chance to kill him, and he ended up killing a quarter of your entire party? Rather easily, if I remember your story correctly.
There was certainly not a chance to kill him then.
Back to the topic at hand. If I am to leave this party to go oversee Valaki when we eventually head back to the city, as much as I despise working under my father's thumb, it will provide me at least some opportunity, hopefully, to feed intelligence where I can. I'm not so naive as to abandon you all. You're my friends.
Misery will laugh at this.
Not you. I just... Looking directly at Marcus as I say this, I hope you don't think any less of me, given the choice I've made.
It was the best choice you could have made, with the options that were presented.
Well, the wine is ready. Although, if you'd still like to rest in the cellar, you are of course welcome to. Did I miss something?
No.
Huh, I see your friend's back. Looks at Misery.
Yes, their friend.
Friend is a strong word.
Hmm.
If you have any not yet bottled wine that would be available for a bit of a celebration between us before we, I don't know, sleep for the night, head out in the morning, I feel like that would
Of
be much
course.
appreciated.
Of course.
Something to
Right.
brighten our spirits.
Right this way.
Yes. I need a drink.
Yeah, she will get you drinks.
Remove the
And
follow
you-
to wherever we're going.
This place doesn't have a kitchen.
Does the upper floors have it?
Wait, no, it does. Okay, I see. Or yeah, I thought that was a bedroom for some reason. Actually, she leads you up like the staircase that Marcus is currently standing on.
And where will that lead us?
Here.
Other way,
Look,
Misery.
if we're gonna sit, if we have a kitchen, we might as well eat some real food. How long has it been since we've eaten real food?
Far
Probably
too long.
varies from person to person.
Well, however long it's been for me, it's been too long.
So you just wait right there. I'll fix something up for you. And she will like start preparing some food. All right, there you go.
I feel like she's getting more and more British with every line.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Give a holler if you need anything.
We
She
will eat.
gives you some wine glasses and some
Wine.
well, yeah, there's wine in the wine glasses, but I was gonna say and some food.
Actually, I do need something. Those druids we killed the other day, where are their bodies?
I would have to ask Adrian.
Well, I'm going to need one of them tomorrow. You can just leave it by the cart.
Okay.
Necromancers,
It's a
am I
little
right?
weird, but she's like, well, okay, I'll see what we can do.
I'm just like, necromancers.
Oh, you say that like it's an insult.
I drink my wine.
they just don't understand the magical arts.
To be fair, I don't understand them either.
Rip.
And here I thought we actually had something in common.
Yeah,
Warlocks.
Orcus tells me what to do, and what he tells me to do ends up being fun.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, yes.
There was that one time he asked you to work with these losers.
Yeah, that's true.
Rude.
So yeah, you eat, you drink. You use the word celebrate. I don't know how much of a celebration you're having, but
If we're the only ones in the room, I don't think we're celebrating. But the food and drink is appreciated, and once the festivities die down and we are actually going to sleep, Katrina's actually going to head to the roof with Spider Climb and just sort of sit out under the cloudy night sky and just contemplate her thoughts and the fuck she decided to do.
you had a thing you wanted to do, I remember, from last session.
Yeah.
When you read the journal. I don't know if you forgot or if
No, I completely forgot. I don't take notes.
rip. If I remember correctly, you wanted to send another sending message to Valeria?
I had the spell slots to do that when I said that, so I feel like I marked it off and did it then.
No, you didn't. Well, you specifically wanted to ask her about what the journal said about Sergei not being real.
Oh, right. Yes, that. I have not sent
Because I
that
feel like you
message, and
sent her a follow-up message to the previous
Yeah.
one during the session, and then we
Yeah.
read the journal. And you're like, I should ask her
Yeah.
about that.
Correct. I have not asked
know if
her
you-
about that yet. I do not
I
have the
don't know if
spell
you
slots
still
to
have
ask
the
her about
slot.
that just yet. I have 0 spell slots, so it'll
Ah.
be something to do in the morning.
Alright. You go to sleep on the roof, or do you eventually head down?
I'll sleep on the roof.
Okay.
We were also going to ask Misery what happened with Jasmine and Cash.
Just sort of curled up next to a chimney.
There is no roof. Wait. Here.
Can you shift ping to where we are on the map?
Oh, you want to be next to the chimney. There you go. There's a chimney right here.
Close enough.
Premium chimney spot. Y'all are over here,
Thank you.
and then Trina's over here.
I can't see that, so
Yeah.
please ping back to where we were, because I'm not able to move the map right now.
There you go. And you said you wanted to talk to Misery?
Yeah, I guess. I just don't know how to bring it up.
Well, I'm not gonna ask. I don't really care. I mean, out of character, I do, but
Yeah, but why would Victor care?
Marcus is the only one who can ask right now because
Yeah, and I
Katrina
feel like
isn't
it
here.
might be something to ask while Katrina's also here too. So maybe
So,
I'll ask
save
in
it
the
for the
morning.
morning?
Yeah, I think I'll ask in the morning.
All right.
Because I also think Marcus
wake
is
up.
too beat after.
Katrina
After
wakes
There's
up
birds
with the
chirping in the morning.
with
Actually, those
what
birds are
little amount.
ravens, but you know,
More importantly,
Katrina wakes up with
we
what
get a
little
long
amount of
rest.
sunlight there is.
you do get a long rest.
Woo!
Your hit point maximum is restored. Katrina, you wake up. You're on a roof.
Yep. Dust myself off as the beginnings of the sun filter through the very, very overcast gray sky.
There's a shit ton of ravens on this roof.
Like on the map, or
Were there that many ravens when I got to the roof last night?
Roll perception. You don't remember? I mean, you remember there's a lot of ravens around generally.
Mm-hmm. I'm probably mildly
Last night's
creeped
a
out
little
by
bit
this,
of a blur.
especially if many of them are looking in my direction. But I will
Some of them are, yeah.
tentatively get up, trying not to spook them, and clamber down the side of the building to ground level and enter the basement where the rest of the party is waiting.
All right.
Sort of wake them up if they haven't already gotten up.
You're probably the first one up on account of sun and
Except for
ravens.
Misery, who has been up forever.
Yes.
Good morning.
thing.
So,
You know, I believe the idea is to sleep under the roof, not on top of it.
didn't rain. It was a nice night out. And
By Barovian standards.
given that my father visited us so recently without intending to attack us and didn't in fact attack us, I wasn't fearing an ambush by him or his forces. Quite possibly the only opportunity I have had to sleep under the night sky since coming to Barovia. Well, in a safe environment, that is.
Oh, well, whatever suits you, princess.
Anyway. To Kresk, then?
I thought you all wanted to go to that ruined town and get their other rock back.
It's not an immediate concern, not like the holy symbol is.
Or like the first gem was. Because now that they have a gem at all,
I'm back.
the grapes aren't like in immediate danger of perma-dying forever.
I had to step out for a second, but I don't think I missed anything.
No.
Oh, I get my max hit points restored.
Mm-hmm. We were just awkwardly filling the silence with idle chatter about where we're going next. Cough, cough, Kresk.
Did we?
Um,
So we're going to Crest then.
I believe we've decided, or I've decided, and I'm willing to be talked out of it if y'all want to go somewhere else, but
Well, if we're getting the wine for it, we might as well bring it there as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And it would be good to have the holy symbol as soon as possible as well.
I'm gonna not wake up Valeria in like 7 o'clock in the morning and ask, "Hey, is Sergey
I
real?"
mean, does she sleep?
I mean, that's fair, but also I feel like doing it first thing in the morning would be considered mildly rude.
All right.
But we'll see. So I'll wait for that question when we're like in the cart and on the road. But if Marcus wanted to ask what they were going to ask.
Yeah, I'm just not sure how to bring it up is all.
You could just ask where Gesh is.
Yeah, you got reminded. We were just talking about Valaki, so
Suppose. Just trying to think of the right question to ask. And I don't know specifically what to ask.
Well, I guess we say goodbye to the Mardikovs, thank them for their hospitality, and get on the road,
Yeah.
and we'll ask questions
Yeah, we
there.
can do that on the road.
All right. To the road.
Did they bring out the corpse?
They did.
Okay, I'm gonna use animate dead on it.
Cart.
You want me to be rolling HP for these every time I make them, or just stick with the 22?
Stick with the 22.
Okay.
Do you let the zombie in the cart this time?
I'll let Misery in the cart, but not the zombie.
I agree with that.
I'm sorry, Harold. You'll just have to ride on the roof. Is it okay if he's on the roof?
I guess that's fine.
One day they'll get over their prejudices, I'm sure. Probably not while you're alive, but one of your successors.
Can't change the fact that rotten flesh smells terrible.
yeah.
From a certain point of view, perhaps.
So, out of character, if Marcus isn't going to ask their question, I feel like may as well ask mine first.
I'm finishing up eating anyway, so.
All right, go ahead. You there?
I'm there. I'm thinking of the 25 words.
Ah. Okay.
Valeria, we found a journal from Richten's group of adventurers that mentioned that they didn't think Sergei was real when they met him. Do you know anything about that?
How many words is that?
Under 25.
Okay. Can you put the spell up?
Yeah.
No, I have to do word count. Your response is why do you think I would know? You should delve into deep magics if you want to understand this, I think.
Fair enough.
Also, how many words do I have left?
Like 11, I think. 10 after also.
Okay.
Could you send
This
a
is
longer
really
message
cliff.
if it's in a language that has compound words?
Oh, dude, imagine 25 words in German. You could say so much.
Anyway, the rest of the response?
I only have enough words to make this cliffhangery as possible. It's your spell's fault.
God damn.
Don't blame me. I think I found a way to protect us.
Cryptic.
Bring, and then, that's it. That's it.
F.
I'm gonna cast the fucking spell again. You cut out at the end there. Limitations of the spell. Bring what exactly?
Bring us the sword.
All right.
Oh no.
When we are back in Vallaki, apparently Valeria wants the sword. Or at least wants us to bring her the sword.
Not to keep, I hope.
Is that wise?
We're not going to let her keep it, I don't think. But I am certainly intrigued by why she needs it. She says it might be able to. Her words, quote, I think I found a way to protect us. Us, I assume, being herself and Irina. But apparently it requires the sword. When we're done in Western Barovia and we do head back to the city, I can hopefully distract my father long enough with the transition of power for you lot to head to Valeria's and do what's needed.
Roll insight.
Assuming she's still there.
Anyone can roll insight.
I have an idea using information that Misery wouldn't know.
I kind of want to hear it, low key.
Well, Strahd gave us a choice: the sword or Irina's location. I think that she's trying to bargain with Strahd.
Interesting theory.
Well, does any of our insight rolls tell us anything?
Marcus, you recall Valeria explaining how her various protection spells worked
Right.
and how they like worked against the vampire weakness of needing permission to enter a place
Right.
and expanding on that to like hide a place from them.
Right.
You recalled that last night Strahd
Did not need
had
permission to
no
enter.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. That is something that I, out of character, just realized as well.
Well, he said it was because Barovia belongs to him because he's the count, so everywhere is technically his property.
Yeah, you're not sure if those protections work against him personally.
Yeah, I'll ask, how do we know that Valeria hasn't been compromised?
We don't.
Because, as we saw last night, Strahd can enter without permission. And Valeria explained that her protection spells were based on that.
Well, if Irina isn't there, we just don't give her the sword. Simple as that.
That's true. We'll be on guard.
Who's driving this cart?
Or I assumed I was.
Rolled as
Okay.
The zombie is not driving the cart.
Oh my god. One day.
Yeah, I should be on the outside. But I mean, we have like the slide window that we can talk through.
What's this one's name?
Harold.
Harold. Dress him up as a busboy. Get him a fancy uniform. Let him drive the cart.
Harold, they're not letting you in this cart, but one day you're gonna be driving it.
Anyway.
It technically is outside the cart.
Yeah.
Also, I just don't think a zombie has the dexterity to drive a cart.
Or the animal handling. Anyway. While we're on the subject of Valaki, Marcus, was there anything that was particularly on your mind? I'm sorry for making this feel so forced.
Yeah, you're making it worse. And now I'm focused on driving the car.
Katrina, you could also ask this question. You knew Gesh just as long as Marcus did.
Misery.
I'm also more curious about what happened to Jasmine than Gesh.
While we're on the subject of Valaki and the events going on within,
Yes.
the last time our group saw Gesh and Jasmine, you already explained what you did with Gesh, even though I still don't fully believe that he was not entirely under your control, but the fact that he isn't here is, I guess, more evidence to that fact. But Jasmine, what happened to her? I know she was the only one from our group who didn't escape from the basement when we stole the skull. Not giving that back to you, by the way. But did you know anything? Of course you would know. What happened to her?
I'm surprised it took so long for you to ask me this. I'm glad that it took you this long, but well, well, Gesh and I aren't really on speaking terms right now.
I'm pretty sure I know what happened.
Yeah.
So you know how you and your friends were given a message from me delivered by one of my zombie compatriots, Brian, by the way, nice fellow, gave you a choice, either to return the skull to me and you would get your friend back, or take the skull. And I suppose you can assume what would happen to your friend after that. Now tell me, what would the point of me making that threat be if I didn't follow through with it? I still needed 2 bodies to finish that ritual.
Rena is going to sort of leap at you, hand on throat, in just anger. She's not strong, so it's probably easy to fend her off, but she is furious.
Grapple check.
Oh, yeah.
What do I oppose? Do I oppose it? Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Athletics or acrobatics, I think. You do not slip out of her grapple. Got her hands around your throat.
Just one hand, but she is furious, snarling. You can see the fangs, not nearly as sharp as her father's, because half vampire, but still very much there. And she is just glaring at you. What did you do?
Followed through with my threat. You made the choice.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't throw you out of this cart right now.
Because your god doesn't want you to. Did you want me to lie to you?
I'm just really quickly going to make a religion check.
Okay, what are you trying to...
With what little connection I have to the Raven Queen for having, I don't know, dedicated myself to her for all of 3 days, is this, like, I still cannot wrap my mind around the fact that she would make a deal effectively with her sworn enemy in Orcus. Is that actually a thing?
You're not sure. You think maybe? If you get the holy symbol that you're going to Kresk for, that might help you, like, answer the question, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure, and you do not have a way to verify it as of now.
She's just gonna look to the side, sigh, and just grimace a bit and let go of Misery's throat. Sit back down.
Is Victor reacting to any of this?
I mean, Misery seems like the kind of person who would do that. It's good to know that she doesn't make threats idly, I suppose. I never met Gesh, though, so I say this out loud in character. I'm more curious about what happened to the other one. The woman.
That's what we were talking about. Jasmine is the one that
Oh, right, sorry, I got mixed up. No, right, sorry. And that's why Gesh is mad and decided to... Alright, sorry. I knew that. I got messed up.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You're just sitting here watching Katrina, like, throttle Misery.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
If
really
I
want to
wasn't
get on either of
driving-
their bad sides.
If I wasn't driving, I'd be back there helping Katrina throttle Misery.
Look, girls are scary, especially when they're mad, so I'm not gonna get in the middle of this.
You're just staying out of it.
Yeah. Although
Yeah.
I am a little curious. What was the point? I mean, like, what did you get out of it?
Catharsis.
No, I mean misery.
I think the
Out of
ritual
finishing the
was...
ritual?
Yeah.
That's how she
Well,
contacted Orcus, right?
the ritual was supposed to, bring Orcus more of a presence here, but unfortunately, without the skull, we weren't able to get it quite as potent as we wanted. What did happen was I was able to communicate more directly with him for a brief period of time, which is when I learned that I was supposed to go and join your little group. And on that subject, I did consider lying to you about Jasmine, saying something like, oh, she's alive and she's tied up in the Walker's basement being guarded by Gesh, and that's why neither of them are here with me. But no, I want you to trust me. So I gave you the truth, as hard as it is.
I have been a follower of the Raven Queen for all of 3 days. You're lucky I don't have as much of a connection with her as you seem to have with Orcus, because I don't believe you. But I'm not going to risk being wrong.
Good for you.
Although, I will suggest, if and when I end up being in charge of Valaki, you'd better not set foot in that city.
Oh, even if I'm the one who lets you in? You don't actually think Lady Walker's going to let you just stroll through the gates without her champion of the sun?
No, but my father would.
Yeah, I don't think that Strahd is going to leave her much of a choice.
Well, fine. Valaki sucks anyways.
Katrina's going to spend the rest of the time in the cart just huddled up against the wall as far away from Misery as possible and just staring anywhere but in their direction, still sort of seething.
Unfortunately, Victor has the spot that's farthest from Misery.
Well, I'm not going to displace them. I'm just going to sit in the back of the cart in this corner and be angry.